All right, so that dreaded check engine light is staring you down in your Ford. Don't worry, you are in exactly the right spot. We're going to take that confusing little light and turn it into a super clear solution to get you back on the road. Let's jump right in.
Yep, there it is. That little glowing symbol on your dash that, could mean 100 different things. It's annoying, for sure, maybe even a little stressful. But really, all it is your car trying to talk to you.
And that's exactly what we're here to do. Think of me as your personal car-to-human translator. We're going to decode that message together, really understand what's going on, and figure out the fix for one super specific code, P0141.
Okay, let's get right down to it. So you've plugged in a scanner and bam, this code pops up. So what in the world is Ford code P0141 anyway?
Okay, in the simplest terms, P0141 is pointing to a problem with the heater circuit on your oxygen sensor. Now, just think of this heater circuit as like a tiny little electric blanket. Its whole job is to warm up that sensor so it starts working properly the second you turn the key. So when that little blanket fails, your car's computer knows about it instantly and boom, the check engine light comes on. And believe me, this sensor is a really, really critical part of your whole emissions system. To make this even simpler, let's try an analogy. The oxygen sensor is basically your engine's nose. Seriously, it's constantly just sniffing the exhaust fumes to check on that all-important air-to-fuel mix. So here's how that nose works. It measures how much oxygen is left over in the exhaust, and it zips that information right back to the engine's main computer. The computer then takes that data and makes these constant tiny little tweaks to the air and fuel mixture, all to find that perfect sweet spot between power and fuel efficiency. But when that sensor stops working right, well, the computer is pretty much flying blind. Okay, let's talk about what you might actually be feeling when you're driving. I mean, a computer code is one thing, right? But how does this problem actually show up in your car's day-to-day performance? So does any of this ring a bell? Maybe you're noticing you have to hit the gas station a lot more often because your fuel economy is just tanked. Or maybe the engine just feels, I don't know, like it's sputtering or misfiring, especially when you step on the gas. You might also feel a general loss of power or a really rough, shaky idle at a stoplight. Heck, in some cases, the engine might just give up and stall completely. But, and this is super important, listen up. While these are all classic symptoms of a P0141 code, they could also be pointing to totally different problems. That's why just reading the code isn't the whole story. It's just the starting point. You've got to do a proper diagnosis to make sure that O2 sensor is really the bad guy here. Okay, so we know the problem, we know the symptoms. Now for the good part, how do we actually fix this thing? Let's walk through it, step by step. Don't worry, the process is pretty straightforward. First things first, you're going to use your scanner to confirm the code is there, then clear it out. See if it pops right back up. Step 2, get your eyes on it. Do a quick visual check of the sensor's wiring. Are there any obvious frays, cuts, or damage? Sometimes it's as simple as a loose connection. Third, if all the wiring looks good, then yeah, it's probably time to replace the sensor itself. And finally, and please don't skip this part, use a good quality replacement. A cheap knockoff sensor can fail in no time or just give bad readings, and you'll be right back at square one. So I know what some of you might be thinking. Okay, the car runs a little rough, but it's still running. Can I just, ignore this? Let's talk about why that is a really bad idea both for your car and for your wallet. Look, the impact here is huge. A healthy O2 sensor lets your engine run at its absolute best, but with code P0141, you're looking at a major drop in efficiency. That means you're literally burning more gas to get less power. And over time, all that extra work puts a ton of stress on your engine and on your very, very expensive catalytic converter. So the bottom line is pretty simple. Fixing code P0141 is not just about making that annoying light go away. It's about getting your gas mileage back, making sure your engine runs the way it's supposed to, and, most importantly, preventing some way more expensive repairs down the line. It's a small fix that pays off big time for the health of your car. And there you have it. You just learned how to translate and solve code P141. See, your car is this amazing, complex machine, and it's always sending out little signals about its health. When you learn to pay attention to these warnings, you're not just fixing a problem, you're actually becoming a smarter, more confident car owner. So the next time a light pops on, you'll know what to do. You'll be ready to listen.